I saw this Linus Tech Tips video 4 years ago. I saw this Linus Tech Tips video 6 years ago where they have made the Sweatiest desktop setup, which was pretty much a PC powered by bicycle. And I thought it was a pretty good idea since Linus's main demographics are a bunch of tech bros that are too lazy to go outside, they spend way too much on computers, yet they are too cheap to buy gym membership. But I had two issues with the video. For one, I'm not in it making the project, and also they have used this Looney Tunes solution where they have physically connected a bicycle to a generator to power the desktop. And this had a lot of issues according to Linus. So if there is a computing load, pretty much when you do anything, the computer requires more energy, so the bicycle becomes harder to pedal, so there is not enough electricity, and then the computer crashes. If you are a busy guy like me doing some really important work, these random crashes can be dangerous. And Linus said that they will eventually fix these issues.
That relay is really unforgiving. The second generation of this product.
6 years later, they still haven't done that. So don't worry, Linus, I will do it for you. My solution is divided into two sections. The desktop will always be powered, and I will use software and electronics to determine the pedaling speed and then determine the monitor visibility. Software component, which is pretty much a kill switch that will render my PC completely unusable when activated. The second part is the electronics that make the speed detection system that will communicate with my PC to activate the kill switch. With that, no generator, no batteries are needed, none of that. Ew! My solution is purely software with some simple electronics. Unlike Linus, I don't have an entire team, a handsome engineer, and $5,000 budget. I only needed 30 or so bucks worth of components and the opportunity to leech of someone more successful than me. So I got this brand new clean bicycle from my local meth head for 10 euros, which I tried to clean for an hour and then I just gave up. And I got this bicycle stand which allows me to use the bicycle indoors. Fuck. So I started by making the speed detection system. So to know the pedaling speed, I had to make my own odometer. An odometer is a component used by vehicles, for example a bicycle, to determine the distance traveled. This can be done using multiple. Since I'm a genius, I have this novel idea that no one else thought about before me. I decided to use a Hall effect sensor and a bunch of magnets. You can think of a Hall effect sensor as a switch that gets activated if there is a magnet nearby. So by placing the magnets on the rear wheel and having the Hall effect sensor nearby, I can calculate how often the magnets activate the sensor so I can determine the speed of the wheel. First I have to 3D print something so I can put the Hall effect sensor and the Arduino on the bicycle, because sadly I can't keep holding them when I'm on the bike. So I looked for the general location where I want to put the Arduino on the Hall effect and took some measurements of the wheel and the bike frame to make the 3D files. So I started by making these round magnet holders that I can stick to the bars of the wheel. The holders are hollow in the middle, so by stopping the print midway, I can put the magnets in there and then continue the print, and the magnets will stay inside. After that I made this two-piece puzzle-shaped clamp where I can mount the Arduino. And I did the same thing for the Hall effect, making sure that the sensor is close enough to the magnets to detect them. So I made this Arduino code that detects when the Hall effect gets activated by the magnets. I can calculate the activation frequency and thus estimate the speed of the wheel. So now I'm not pedaling, so the activation is at 0. And if I go up, oof. And I start pedaling, we can see the speed will go higher. It's so loud. We can see the speed goes higher the faster I pedal. We can not only know if the user is pedaling, we can also estimate the speed. For the second part, sneeze. For the second part, I made this kill switch software that will pretty much brick my PC. It will disable all my monitors, it will block the keyboard, the mouse, it will disable the audio when activated. So yeah, let's give it a try. Yep, completely bricked, I don't see anything. I can't move the mouse, I can't click anything, I can't press the keyboard, I can't stop it. And the Arduino is connected to the software with USB, and it will keep it updated with the current speed. And to add some visual representation, I defined two thresholds, the lower one representing a completely unusable PC and the high one representing a usable PC. So if the speed is below the lower threshold, the kill switch is activated, so all my monitors are disabled, the keyboard and mouse are blocked, and the audio will be muted. If the speed is between the two thresholds, the monitor visibility, so the black overlay hiding the monitor, will gradually fade away and the audio will gradually get higher until I reach the higher threshold. And this gives the illusion of the computer being actually powered by the bicycle. But since, as always, the first solution is not masochistic enough for me, I had to make it more complicated. While testing the system, I realized if the user is a lazy piece of art, they can just stop pedaling, get down, take a breather, take a rest, scroll TikTok, and then later on start pedaling again. So there is no punishment for stopping for too long, and so no real motivation to keep on going. So I defined a third threshold that represents the maximum allowed idle duration. So for the last 60 seconds, if I've been idle for too long, the software runs this teeny tiny command that will pretty much shut down the PC and make me lose all the unsafe data. And this simple addition immediately had some positive effects. The fear of losing my precious hard work and data made me more focused on exercising. I mean, by just looking at me, you have to agree that this is what peak male performance looks like. Fuck. Oh no, So that's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe. I think making these projects can be fun to do live, so I will be streaming soon on Twitch, so follow me there. If Linus or anyone from LMG is actually watching this, give me a job. I want money. Give me money. I will do anything. I will